Welcome to BCF Online. I'm Peter and I'd like you to join me for a few minutes for a chat about things that really matter in life. Now, we call these chats More Than a Mug because in our house, maybe in yours, there are lots of mugs that have either a message or a picture on them, and these messages can lead our thoughts in interesting directions. Now, today's mug has a slogan with a challenge on it, and it's this: say yes to new adventures. Say yes to new adventures. For many people, life is made up of adventures that are to be grabbed with both hands and thoroughly enjoyed as experiences that thrill and stimulate them and from which they can learn. Sometimes, though, life's adventures can either seem to take a wrong turn, or we seem to end up encountering experiences that we would certainly have never wanted to say yes to. But there is another point to consider as well. Where are the adventures in life ultimately leading us to? Well, in answering this, the Bible is clear. All lives are headed to God, who holds everyone to account. The problem for most people is that their focus has been on saying yes to new adventures and experiencing these rather than on God. In fact, we've turned away and ignored him, leading the lives that we want to lead, saying yes to the new adventures that we want rather than following him. This is what the Bible calls sin, and those who are guilty of sinning against God will justly face his judgment and punishment. Our great need then is to be reconciled to God, and we need to reboot our lives so that when we say yes to new adventures, these are adventures that lead us to him. The amazing truth is that God has already provided us with a way to do this. Now, that way is through Jesus, God's only Son. And Jesus came into the world to deal with our sin. He did this by allowing himself to be taken and to be put on a cross, even though he had done nothing wrong. There, Jesus paid the price in full that God demanded for sin, so that anyone who trusts in him can know God's full forgiveness forever and know the presence and power of Jesus in their lives day by day. Many people worry that if they become Christians, they'll have to give their lives up and that they'll no longer be able to say yes to new adventures. Jesus himself gives us an answer to this. Speaking directly to those who trust and follow him, he says, "I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." If we trust in Jesus, we are leaving the sin that offends God behind and emphatically saying yes to a new life and new adventures in him. The wonderful thing is that these new adventures have a guaranteed destination, which is a place in the presence of God forever, as we enjoy that new life he's given us in Jesus for an eternity. The adventures that lie ahead may not be plain sailing, but all those who trust and follow Jesus know him personally as their leader and guide, and he guarantees that we all reach the destination he has prepared for us, whatever life's circumstances may be. God is calling you to trust in Jesus as the only way you can be made right with him. His call to you is to say yes to him straight away. There is nothing more exciting than a new life in Jesus, and to be able to say yes to the new adventures that trusting in Jesus brings. If you want to find out more about what you've heard, then a slide will come up after I've finished speaking, which will give you some ideas about what to do next. Thank you for watching.